My name is Hector Acuna. I am a senior in the Bachelor of Fine Arts program with an emphasis in 2D. I chose Stevens Point for a few reasons. I had a sister who was already going to school here for 2 or 3 years, so I had family that was here. It was in-state, and it was right at that perfect distance where I was far enough away from home to feel like I was able to grow. But then I was also close enough to go home once a month or once every couple months. Stevens Point has taught me a lot, starting off with the importance of community, working with other people, just being able to try new things and to always feel like you are accepted. Stevens Point, like specifically art-wise, is really supportive of student artists and exhibiting artwork in town. So I chose art. Originally, I came into Stevens Point wanting to pursue art therapy after Stevens Point, so that focused on a Bachelor of Arts and then a minor in psychology. I continued to pursue the minor in psychology, but after my sophomore year here at Stevens Point, I kind of fell in love with the department and being in the studios, and I just kind of decided to stick with art and try to pursue that, see where it leads me.
Okay.
I always was interested in art. I doodled a lot in class, and I think it wasn't until high school that I really kind of became more serious in art and learning the techniques of drawing and painting. But yeah, I've always kind of just doodled and made stuff with clay and tried to build things. Right now, I'm really interested in oil painting, medium-wise, but then subject matter, I have had a lot of experience painting from life with figures, also landscapes and cityscapes. So I kind of use both of those experiences, subject matter-wise, to kind of bring in different conceptual ideas into more of the recent work I'm doing now. Yes, just as an art student within the Noel Fine Arts Center, they have a few opportunities for students to exhibit artwork, including the jury show, which is actually coming up in a few days, and Arts Bash. So both of those are really, really big events on campus for students to exhibit at, so I've experienced both of those. But also I was fortunate enough to team up with Brian Borchardt, who is in charge of Scarbocchio Art Museum downtown. It's about 5 or 10 minute drive from campus, and he helped me kind of put together a show this last summer to exhibit some artwork that I've done.
Arts Bash?
Yeah, so each year Arts Bash is always held around the same time. It's usually the beginning of the second semester in the spring, so it's either at the end of January or the beginning of February. The deadline for artwork that is submitted is usually about this time, so December 5th, December 4th, somewhere in that time period. And each student is allowed to submit up to 3 entries for the jury show, and I think it's like $5 a piece or $10 for all 3. And then kind of over winter break is when they kind of set up the work and it's juried and everything. And then within that, you can also decide to possibly have the artwork that was in the jury show submitted to Arts Bash as well. Otherwise, you can enter different pieces for Arts Bash, but there's a limit for what's offered space-wise in the gallery. Yeah, the great thing about Arts Bash is that it provides a lot of funding for scholarships for art students within the Noel Fine Arts Center. So you submit a painting or sculpture or drawing to Arts Bash, and come the end of January or February, we have the Arts Bash event, which includes local vendors for food. There's performances, music, and theater within those departments in the NFAC. And then any artwork that is purchased through the gallery, 50% of the proceeds go back to the artist that submitted it, and then the other 50 goes to the department for scholarships. So my direct faculty advisor is Diane Bywaters. I've had her for painting and life drawing classes. She is one of the more representational faculty members that we have, artwork-wise. And so she's taught me a lot with making artwork that is more realistic and representational. Other faculty that I've had are Rob Stolzer, Ann Bridget Gary, uh, Susan Morrison. So I've been fortunate enough to work with probably a third of the faculty that we have within two-dimensional faculty members, but those are just a few of them. I would say that make sure you are with people that are supportive of things you want to do. Push yourself every day, and don't be afraid to come in, especially if you're an art student. Spend extra time outside of class in studios working with your fellow students, and getting to know your faculty really well helps a lot because they can kind of learn the best excuse me, the best ways to teach you effectively.